Welcome back to my channel. This week I got a bunch of stuff. Most of it's fruits and veggies. I had the meat already for the meal that I'm gonna make, so I didn't have to buy any meat. That's this Butcher Box steak here. So I'll show you what else I bought. So lots of veggies here. I bought some zucchini and squash just to saute and have as a side. Got some potatoes to make baked potatoes with this butter, garlic and herb butter. I bought some cucumbers just to snack on and some avocados for avocado toast. Got some mangoes. I actually bought the mangoes at Whole Foods. To go with the steak and gravy, I've got corn. I got some beans just to have as a side at some point. And I bought this to put on the baked potato because I've been watching TikTok. Everybody's making baked potatoes like the way they make them in England, I guess. And so I'm trying to replicate it. I tried the Heinz beans and now I'm going to try it with these, which I think this is the American way. I got lots of sugar-free pudding that I like to mix with my protein shakes. I've got lots of flavors of the Premier Protein. I make a protein pudding for dessert. I got some Cool Whip to throw on there and Ready Whip. And I thought I was buying the lemon pudding, but I got lemon jello. So we'll have lemon jello at some point. I'll probably wait till summer when it's really warm, although it's been beautiful out here lately. And I got some more Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar just to keep up my stash. I finished my other box. I think I have 2 left. So that's what I got this week. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see how I put all this together. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Getting everything ready to make the rice and gravy. I've got my meat here. This is the Butcher Box grass-fed beef, top sirloin steak. And I've got 2 of the steaks in there. That's what they come 2 at a time. So I'm gonna cook that as the meat and it'll make a nice gravy with the onions and bell pepper. I'll probably use half of this or maybe all of it. Maybe all of the onion and a little bit of the bell pepper. I also have some onion chopped in the fridge that I might just pull out and use that instead. Got a little bit of celery. I'm only going to use a little bit of the celery, but you got to have a little celery. For my sides, I've got the zucchini and squash, and if I don't get around to cooking that, I've got corn. Always love corn with rice and gravy. Got rice because it's rice and gravy. Got my olive oil, my Tony's, garlic powder. I think that's all I'm going to do for this. I'm going to keep it real simple, and that's what we're going to have. This is going to be one of my meals. Start off, I just browned the steaks right there in the pan. It didn't make a lot of fat gravy, so I think next time I want to use a fattier cut of meat to make rice and gravy, but this is still good. I still ate it all week and enjoyed it, but as you can see, there's not a whole lot of fat coming off of these steaks. So I did add the onion and bell pepper to what was in the pan and just sauteed that together, and then I went ahead and added a little bit of celery. So I did the whole bag of onion and bell pepper and then a little bit of the celery and just sauteed that together. I continued just to let these veggies cook down. I wanted them to cook all the way down. That's where you get all the flavor, especially for a rice and gravy. I decided to add chicken broth as the gravy, and I didn't have beef broth, and I find chicken broth tastes just fine no matter what you're adding it to for gravy. At this point, I added the steak back into the pot and just let it cook down with the veggies and the broth, and that's how I got my gravy. Again, these weren't the best cuts of meat for the steak and gravy. It wasn't a lot of fat in the steak, so I don't know. I guess I'll have to do some experimenting with that. I don't make a lot of rice and gravy. I grew up eating rice and gravy in Louisiana all the time, but as I've moved away and grown up, I haven't really cooked it a lot myself, so I want to try to get back to my roots, and this is one of my first attempts at making a rice and gravy myself. point, I started the zucchini and squash. I just put some olive oil in the pan, added the zucchini and squash, let it cook down. You can let it cook down longer if you like a softer texture. If you prefer your veggies a little firm, you can cook it for a shorter amount of time. So I added some more olive oil just because you can't have enough of olive oil for good flavor. And it's a good healthy fat, so I don't worry about adding too much. The steak and gravy is coming along nicely. I wish I would have just left it at this point, but I went ahead and added some more broth and had to then wait and let it cook down. And I think it would have been better just with the first amount of broth, like half a carton. I seasoned the veggies with Tony Chachere's. I think I also added Italian seasoning and parsley and just left it at that. It was all it really needed. I may have added some salt as well. And of course, I cooked my rice in my rice cooker, getting that ready. It's just about ready to serve. At this point, the steak and gravy was ready. So it looks so good. It was pretty good. I just wish I had had a fattier cut of meat. But it was so tasty, and I served myself a portion, and then I put the rest in containers for meal prep. So I got a total of 4 servings out of it, the 1 serving that I sampled, and then these 3 to take with me to work. That's about half a steak per serving. The steaks were kind of small. And I just put the veggies in there on the side, and it was a good meal prep. I enjoyed this all week, and I didn't have anything to freeze over. So that's a good sign that you enjoyed your meal prep when there's nothing left to freeze for later.